Hello guys, welcome to another Market Outlook video. In this Market Outlook video, I'm just going to run through how to attack conditions exactly like this. Now, the conditions we've been in on gold right now is price just keeps on going up. Okay, we've been ranging for about 45-50 days, and I'm going to explain in this video how to attack price action that just seemingly keeps on going up. Let's get into it. So, first off, let me know your thoughts on these more raw videos, and if you do like them, make sure you leave a comment below. I think what I'm going to do is each week I'm just going to jump at the chart when I see some interesting price action and I see some very common mistakes. Okay, if I see a lot of members making the same mistake, then I'm going to go on the price action, see what the chart looks like, and break down exactly why those mistakes were made and how to avoid them going forward. And I've seen a lot of members make the same mistake over the past couple of days, so I'm going to break it down here. So first off, what conditions are we in right now? Gold is trending to the upside, and this pair is XAU USD. So this is gold. It's gold versus the US dollar, okay? And we are just trending to the upside. We keep on going up. And something very common I see, okay, is I'll go live in the morning, 8 AM, as we head into London session, and then I'll put in the private group as well. Guys, I'm very, very bullish on gold. I'm very, very bullish on gold. Very bullish on gold. And then what people will do is they'll see price go up, and they'll think, price can't go up anymore, it's already high. And so they sell with no stop loss, and then they just blow their accounts because it keeps on going up. So let me pose this to you. How do you know it's high? You don't. No one knows when it's high, and high is, just saying something's high, like saying a market's high, just makes no sense. Especially in the market conditions we are in, like right now, in the world we are in a world built on hype and headlines. Okay, high used to be maybe, I don't know, 30, 40 years ago, when something was high. Okay, it's very high, it's overvalued, it comes back. Okay, but we see so many markets nowadays that are high, okay, that continue to go for a long time because of headlines, because of overreactions, because of this, because of that, okay? We're in the market of high. And so when someone says, this looks high, what they're effectively saying is, I don't know what I'm doing, okay? So that's one important, very, very important thing. And then also, if something is high, if the price is high, what does that show? Does that show weakness? No. That shows strength. If someone's at the top of their game, if someone's leading a race, if someone's winning the Premier League, if someone's at the front of the F1, okay, are they weak? Would you bet against them? No. No, you're going to bet on them. They're in their prime. They're doing their best. They're moving to the upside. If someone's in their prime, you're not going to bet against them. Then why, when price is going to the upside, are you betting against price? It doesn't make any sense when I put it like that, okay? And so, yeah, when something is high, you need to, in my opinion, obviously not financial advice, but in my opinion, you should, instead of looking at it like it's high, it should probably go low now. Look at it like, okay, it's high. It's probably going to go higher. It's low, it's probably going to go lower. That's trading. This is something I got taught a long time ago now, someone a lot smarter than me, and it was the market. If the market's high, buy, because you need to sell it higher. If the market's low, sell, and then sell it lower. So it's, a lot of people think it's that old adage of buy low, sell high, okay? It's buy high, sell higher, sell low, sell lower, okay? And a lot of people are conditioned by literally the world around us, gravity. What goes up must come back down, okay? That is not true, okay? If you try and use normal, logical thinking of the world around us in these markets, okay, probably not going to happen. The markets can be very illogical and very random at times and erratic, okay? And this will happen. This is why no one can be perfect, okay? So that's very, very important. But let's explain exactly how I would attack these conditions. So, like I said at the beginning, I'm very bullish right now. The US dollar is very weak. XAU gold is fairly neutral, and so gold versus the US dollar, gold's stronger than the dollar, and so overall we're going to trend to the upside. This isn't something I'm making up right now. You can go back through my live streams and see that I've been very bullish on gold for the past sort of 4-5 days. I was neutral for like 3 weeks. It was awful. But yeah, I've been bullish for like 4-5 days now. And we've just been booming to the upside. I've been very confident on buys to the point where this morning in the Discord community, I just said buy. Obviously, not financial advice, but that's basically what the plan was today, obviously being risk managed. So how would I attack price action like this? How do I attack price that just seemingly keeps going up? So first things first, what am I not going to do? I am not going to sell. I'm not going to be exposed to sells. I'll take partials off the position. I might hedge the position in various ways, okay? But what I'm not going to do is be more exposed to downside, okay? Market's going up. Market's strong. Fundamentally, nothing's changing. We've got no high impact news. That's something that's important as well. If we are having a very strong move to the upside, check what news is coming out. Okay, that move in price might be due to anticipated data coming out. Okay, and so the price might think that let's say there's a 90% chance of this news coming in, and that news will result in a lot stronger gold. Okay, then gold's going to move up. Okay, so it might be moving in a certain direction in anticipation for a certain news coming out. That's why most of the markets move, by the way. Okay, a lot of people think, the market's just randomly moving. Okay, normally the market is simply trying to price in future data. That's literally it. That a lot of people ask, well, how does the market move? Literally what it's trying to do is price in future data. That is literally it. That's why it's so erratic, because it's trying to price in the unknown. Okay, that creates the craziness, that creates the volatility. But the market moves simply because it's trying to price in future data. Okay, if you're trading these markets and you don't know that future data, and you don't know what future data is coming out, what the market's pricing in, what's going on, okay, you're at a huge disadvantage. Huge disadvantage. The reason the market is literally moving is because of that. And you don't know about it. That's why you need to fix up your fundamentals, know what data is coming out, know what previous data came out, and what current position you are in the market, okay? That is super, super important. So right now we're in a very bullish market. We've had interest rates, NFP, all of that crap come out. Okay, we've got some more news tomorrow, but I think it's existing home sales. Which isn't like super important. Okay, so not really any high impact news, which is fine. Overall, we're trending to the upside. And so I want to be looking for buy positions. Again, when the market is moving heavily to the upside, what am I not going to do? I'm not going to sell. That's rule number 1. That will save you loads of money, loads of blown accounts. Simple as that. Then what I'm going to do is do what I normally do. I'm going to mark up some scaffolding, I call it, trend lines, okay? Structure on the chart. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my fibs. So for example, I'm going to pull a fib from this low to this high, and I'm going to find areas of support. So for example, this 0.786 lines up with this point of control. That's an area of confluence. What am I doing here? I'm doing the exact same thing, but I'm only looking for buys. There's 3 regimes that I adapt towards, okay? There's bullish market, bearish market, and neutral market. In a bullish market, what am I doing? Buying, okay? It's not complicated. I'm not looking for sells. In a bearish market, what am I doing? Selling, okay? It's not complicated. I'm not looking for buys. In a neutral market, I'm open to both buys and sells, okay? These are super things, and these super simple things, and you already know it. I'm just trying to reaffirm to you that selling when a market is purely going up and we are fundamentally strong is probably not a good idea. Okay, that's what I want to elaborate on in this video. Okay, it's a problem that I've seen highlighted with a good few members today, and so I thought I'd make a video on it and just highlight why that thought process is probably not a very good thought process. Okay, there's probably a few people out there who do make money going counter trend. I know a few people who do go counter trend and they do very well, but they are unbelievably dialed in and unbelievably patient. Okay, unbelievably. That is very, very hard to do, okay? For most people, high, the market's high right now, means nothing. You don't know it's high, I don't know it's high. It could be low for all we know, okay? So that thought process is just flawed. It doesn't make any sense at all, and it's a terrible mindset to have. So yeah, just seeing a few mistakes that I made today, I thought I'd do a video explaining why that thought process is not a very good thought process, and why I think the thought process of, okay, if we're high, that shows strength. If an F1 driver is at the front of the grid, are you going to be betting against him? No, he's doing extremely well. You want to bet on him. That's why the odds of people at the front of the grid is worse. Like, is better, sorry. Okay? The odds for the person at the front of the grid are like 1 to 1.2 or something like this, okay? Why? Because they're at the front of the grid. They're doing very, very well. Well, the person at the back, he might have 1 to 500 odds, okay? When we're really high up, we're front of the grid. The likelihood of us winning, the likelihood of us continuing is very, very, very likely, okay? Whereas the likelihood of us winning from the back of the grid, i.e. going the other way, is very, very, very low, okay? And so that's what you need to think about it from this perspective, I think. And so, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts on these more raw videos, just breaking down mistakes that I see on a day-to-day basis and doing a long-form video about them. Take care, guys. I'll see you in the next one.